Right, thank you, Bree. And our guest here just said, no breeze. You didn't. Not looking forward to that because we've got Pigapalooza coming up this weekend. Of course, it's an annual event from Brewforia, and Chef Ryan Hembry is here to tell us about it and give us a little bit of a preview as well. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
And tell us, first of all, let's talk about Pigapalooza. Sure. It's exactly what it sounds like. A lot of pork, right?
Festival of pork and beer all day long, 11 to 11 at our Eagle location, corner of State Street and Eagle. I've got about 3,000 pounds of pork sitting in the walk-in right now.
Literally?
Literally.
3,000 pounds?
3,000 pounds. We've got our big smoker set up out back. I'll be going straight from here to there and start smoking pork off for tomorrow.
And what, all kinds of cuts of pork?
All kinds of cuts of pork. Pork butts, ribs, country-style ribs, pork loins. We'll kind of demo one of the dishes out today. All kinds of pork.
Wow, and sounds delicious to me too, because pork chops actually are one of my favorites. My mom used to make them, the greatest with mashed potatoes and gravy, and you're actually keeping in the theme that we've had this week with several guests coming in and firing up the grill. You're grilling some right now, and these chops look amazing. And you were telling me there's some advantages to cutting your own chops.
Cutting your own chops. I see a lot of people in the grocery store buying the big package of pork chops.
With like, you know, a dozen or
12
already wrapped.
Buy this pork loin.
Okay.
It's much cheaper to buy. Everybody's like, oh, cutting pork. This is super simple. It's this hard to cut your own pork chops.
It's like cutting bread.
Yeah, it's like cutting bread.
It's just meat.
Buy this, cut it down. This will feed 20 people.
How much does this weigh? One about this long?
This is about an 8-pounder.
Okay.
In the grocery store, you're looking anywhere from $20 to $25, depending on where you're picking it up. But you can get 3 or 4 meals out of this for a family of 4.
And is this something that's already packaged at the grocery store?
This is already packaged at the grocery store. You'll find it there. Another thing we do with this is you've got the kind of red meat in here and the whiter meat in here. I'll take and get rid of this. This will be my chop in because it's nice.
So that's you're gonna slice up for your whole family.
Okay. The chops. This end we like to do a little something more with. This is gonna be my roast end, and we're gonna do what's called a roulade. You'll see there's this little line here that starts kind of our edge that we're just gonna kind of cut down right there, and then we're gonna cut flat right along this edge, almost to this other edge.
And then are you stuffing it, or are you just opening up to cook it faster?
You can stuff it with whatever you like. What we're doing for Pigapalooza is I'm cutting down some pork bellies, aka uncured, uncooked bacon.
Okay.
And I'm just skinning them like this. And we're going to stuff these things, put whole pork bellies right in there.
It's amazing how you did that, by the way. Just kind of like spiraled it out.
Absolutely, just kind of spiraled out. This, stuff it with apples, stuff it with onions. At home, if you don't got access to pork belly, use some bacon, put some bacon in there. And then just roll this guy back up.
And is it going to get crispier on the inside and soft on the outside since it's bacon meat, or is it all going to be?
The fat that's in there is just going to keep the moisture in there.
Oh, okay,
With roasts, we're going to cook those a little higher temperature than we are with chops on the grill. Chops, we want to go to about 145. This little meat thermometer is the chef's best friend.
Yeah, which we've talked about this week too, because you want to keep it safe.
You want to keep it safe. So chops, things like that, you want to go to about 145. Stuffed meats, 165. Yeah, you'll see a lot on the little sleeves of these things. It'll say 180. These are some old numbers for pork. FDA and Food Code has really been updated lately. Pork is much safer these days. So chops 145, keep them nice and juicy. Stuffed meats 165.
And it looks like you kept it basic too, just
real basic. This is a little salt and pepper right on these in a grill. Direct heat when you're doing chops.
Okay.
So right over the flame, right over the coals. Roasts, indirect heat. So have your fire going on one side, put the roast on the other. Most of these roasts, about 10 minutes per pound.
Wow, and to see the finished result and to taste the finished results, you're really going to need to stop by Brewforia tomorrow for Pigapalooza, because
absolutely
all of this people can sample and try that. There's going to be so many things to order there. Like you said, the bacon, the roast, the chops, the ribs, the
absolutely.
The butt,
come down,
everything.
Sample all the different cuts of pork, different styles of cooking it, live music. It's going to be a great day.
Awesome. And we have more from you coming up as well, because one more thing that we want to throw on the grill that we haven't yet done this week is a little bit of a sweet treat that I think will complement this pork quite nicely as well. All right. Thanks, Chef. More from you. Welcome back, everybody. I was a little sad that I forgot to don our cool On Your Side aprons that we had made specifically for this week.
Upstairs. You did a great job.
A little bit out of breath
still.
still.
Sorry we didn't bring you one, Chef Ryan Hembry. We need to get you one
very
of
nice.
these.
Yeah, well, we know that you're prepared, of course, with your own garb from Brewforia as well. And we've been talking Pigapalooza. You already cut up some pig for us, right? But there's more than just pig going on this weekend.
Absolutely. There's got to be our sides. There's got to be our sauces, things like that. Grilled pineapple's fantastic. This is my favorite grilling fruit, hands down. We'll do a little quick cut down on one here, just kind of get them down. Take the tops and bottoms off, and start by just taking your knife and going around the edges. This is the easiest way to get the outside off the pineapples.
It's not as hard as it seems
not
because
as
you know
hard
I
as it
see
seems.
those full pineapples at the store and I'm too afraid to do it.
Those taste the best though in the store.
Yeah.
They really
And the
do.
hardest part, picking out that one that's perfectly ripe.
Right, yeah.
When you're grilling it, doesn't matter. It can be
Okay.
green, it can be a little soft.
Okay.
Leave that center part in, cut yourself a nice big plank of pineapple there. Grill it up just like a steak. We've got a couple that we already did here through the magic of TV. So these are
Dun, dun,
nice,
dun, dun.
nice and grilled up. This
Right
is
on.
all the sugar coming out. Anywhere we see these lines, the little bit of moisture coming through, this is the sugar coming out of the pineapple here. So we're just going to make a little real quick sweet and sour pineapple relish that's going to go on top of our pork.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is a great little side.
Doesn't sweet and sour just go so well with pork? Because when I
Great
think
with
pork,
pork.
I always need applesauce with it. But this
Yeah.
seems like a better.
This is great.
That's
So-
why it was invented. It was
Yeah.
for
Absolutely.
pork. Somebody was
For
eating pork
pork.
chop when they came up with
That's
that
right.
idea. Yeah.
So-
And Bree, you said the smell kind of stings your nostrils a little, in a
Yeah,
good way.
a little bit of a vinegar to
little
it.
bit of a vinegar. So this is something most of my chef buddies might keep around. It's just sugared vinegar,
Okay.
which seems, we don't want to get rid of the sour, but we want to balance it out a little bit. We want a little bit of color as we do as well, as you
Ooh.
can
Yeah,
look
see
at
in
that.
there. That color's from that
Did
sugar.
you get in there, guys?
Okay.
Maybe not. It's
Maybe
nice
we'll tilt
caramel
there.
color.
Yeah.
Nice caramel color. All
And
we've
does
got
this
here-
already have pineapple in it?
Not yet. This
Okay.
has just got a little bit of garlic in it so far. So we've got the sweetened vinegar, about a cup of vinegar, half a cup of sugar, makes a great blend.
Okay.
We're going to add a little bit of this hoisin sauce to it, available in the
hoisin.
grocery store, in the Asian aisle. This is just a really nice, rich, deep sauce. Get it in there. It's going to be our thickening agent. We're going to add a little bit of that body to it. Then we're just going to go right in there with the pineapple.
That
And
easy.
of course, yeah.
That easy.
It looks
This
amazing.
is not a lot of TV magic going on here.
And when
This
you
is
told
one of
us-
these this easy.
When you told us grilled pineapple, I was picturing a side, but this is even better than a side because
This is even
anything
better,
that you can drizzle on top of meat is really steals the show. I think.
You made an interesting point yesterday, Spencer. Though throughout grilling week, we've noticed that throwing something on the grill brings those sugars out, and it makes something that instantly sweeter.
Even
And-
onions. You can throw an
Exactly.
onion on there for 30 seconds, and it's way
That's right.
sweeter, even if
Way
it's still
sweeter.
crunchy.
We're just caramelizing it out. So that pineapple is still already a little warm, so we don't have to cook it down very far.
Right.
We're going to finish this with just a little bit of green onion. We don't want to put that in there too early because we don't want to cook that green onion down very far.
You still want that? You still want a little bit of crunch or
Just,
texture
you know,
to it?
just
or?
just that brightness of the flavor.
This
Okay.
looks amazing.
So we're just going to take that. Nice and simple. We're going to reuse this guy right here.
Look at that.
And this is going to be something that we can just go right over our pork with.
Your finished product. That looks
Amazing.
beautiful, by the way. I love the
that's- and
art
that's
that we've
where we're
gotten to
going.
see from you and another chef that's been on the show as well, the art of the presentation. And of course, you guys can try this at Pigapalooza, right?
And-
Tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Real
tomorrow.
quick, yeah, Pigapalooza is
11 to 11 at the Eagle location.
perfect.
Easy to remember, 11 to 11. I like that you guys did that. All right, so go have your fill of pork of all kinds tomorrow. Thanks so much, Chef Ryan
Absolutely.
Hembry, for
Thank
being
you.
in here with us this morning. And